For those who don't know me, hi, I'm Pink, and I'm impartial to a good dungeon or three. As most things in Destiny, I have to play other content to get the loot I want to play the content I like. I'm currently working on solo dungeons and more solo dungeon guides, and to do this I need an assortment of gear, which only increased with the Moment of Triumph update, as there was a lot more to grind. So when I got home from work and I saw Lotus Eater as a featured reward, I just had to go get one, and it was a perfect time to try out this build and make a video on it. Also, before we get too far into this video, comment down below how many supers you think I used by the end of the video. Okay, let's get into the build. The idea of the build is to shoot and then super. Pretty simple. I'm going to do this through our subclass. We're on Well of Radiance with Hellion and Touch of Flame. This is just extra damage over time and the improved healing if we have to use a healing grenade. In terms of fragments, this is where the build differs from other solo builds. Ashes and Dawn are staples for Radiant and Extra Scorch, and Char allows us to spread Scorch from ignitions and chain ignitions. And finally, the thing that ties everything together, Combustion. Solo super final blows cause ignitions. But why Combustion? Solo weapons inside your well count as solo super damage, meaning that any solo weapon kill inside your well will cause an ignition, and this is basically giving your solo weapons a better version of chain reaction for the cost of your super. So now it's a case of how do you get your super back? Well, to start, our exotic choice, Mantle of Battle Harmony, which gives you between 1.5 and 2.5% super energy on kill based off the tier of enemy. This exotic also has another benefit. Say I wanted to keep my super as you're about to move encounter, or there aren't that many ads. Mantle will simply give you a free 25% damage bonus for killing things, so you can kill things faster. Our stats are helping too. 200 weapons for damage and ammo generation, and in my case 130 super for regen and well duration. I would like to push this to 150 to guarantee I get my next well whilst inside my initial well, but right now I don't have the stats to do this. The other stats don't matter, as your primary becomes just so powerful that you only need your occasional class ability for your Hellion. These stats benefit our armor of choice as well, that being the 4-piece Iron Banner set. The 2-piece gives us 12% primary ammo damage for having 200 weapons, and the 4-piece gives us super regen for super kills. As our weapons count as super damage, we will just get free regen for getting kills within our well. I can't clearly state how much super you would get, but without the 4-piece set I was getting a super about 20% slower. Alternatively, you can run the 2-piece Iron Banner set with anything else, be it the 2-piece King's Fall for ammo generation, or the currently bugged and therefore good 2-piece Europa. And to round off the basics of the build, let's talk Artifact. We're using the Tablet of Ruin, and there are a few perks of note. Elemental Siphon gives you 5% super for picking up a Fire Sprite, Gold from Lead, which gives you heavy ammo for picking up special bricks, Elemental Supercharger, which gives you super energy on defeating exhausted targets with a weapon matching your super, which basically means solar overload weapons gives you super energy, or if you overload a target and then kill it with a solar weapon, you will also get super energy. And lastly, Particle Reconstruction, which gives any fusion rifle up to a 27.5% damage bonus. Now let's talk some weapon options. I mentioned solo weapons, and that's about the only requirement. My personal favorite, and what works the best I feel like with this build, is Vex Mythoclast. It receives all the primary buffs from our armor and the extra 27.5 from Particle Reconstruction, but there's also other weapons that work just in case you don't have Vex. Sunshot, Prometheus Lens, Polaris Lance, Skyburner's Oath, Taraba, Devil's Ruin, Tommy's Matchbook, Hierarchy of Needs, Xenophage, and Galahorn, they would all function well in this build, and from my limited testing, there was about 25 kills to get one super. Mods, I'm just going to flash on the screen as there's just some basic stuff. The only thing of note is Power Preservation, which basically means we generate up to 7 orbs from a well instead of 3, and Special Finisher, which would allow us to pick up orbs if we choose to save our super, and also generate special ammo. 4.5 minutes to break down one of the best solo builds that I've probably ever used in my life. But it's one of those cases where I can only preach so much and try and gas this build up as much as possible. It's a case where you have to try it to understand how strong this actually is. So there will be a dim link provided down below, and for the rest of the video, as I do want to show you the entire activity, which by the way is a ultimate onslaught with no positive modifiers and every negative modifier possible. I'm just probably going to put it on a faster speed to go through it. Other than that, no editing. I appreciate you checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed the build. Let me know what weapons you favor with this build, what your experience is with this build, if you would make any changes. And other than that, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. And again, comment down below how many supers do you think I get in this video. And we'll see. Closest person wins. And I'll see you in the next video.